I've seen a couple of posts about people who want to get into polygamy. And in order for them to justify them getting into that setup, then they will say, don't judge me because some of you are in a polygamy by default or something like that. Just a little education for those people. This is free education. Usually people who are providing education are paid for giving that education. So I'm going to give this one for free. When you are said to be in a polygamy, the first wife, or if there's more than one wife already in the marriage, those people must give permission for the husband to get married. And eventually the marriage must be registered at Home Affairs. There's no polygamy by default. Nna Tsholofelo Mokgope, I am not in a polygamy. I'm only married to one person, and that person is married to me only. You can go and verify that information at Home Affairs. So if for some reasons you know that my husband is having an affair with somebody, that person ke nyatsi ka Setswana. Ka Setswana ha re re motho ke nyatsi, re ra gore ke selo sa go nyatsega. Therefore, nna ha ke mo di polygamy. If tomorrow something should happen ka my husband, I'm the only person who's going to decide. In terms of his burial and everything else, it's only myself who's going to do that. Now, I have never been married to anybody who was married to another woman before. Both of my husbands, as I've said before, got married to me for the first time. So I've never been married to a divorcee or a widower. Both of those two men got married to me for the first time. So I am not in any polygamy. So if you want to go into polygamy, please go and enter into that setup. Don't justify your preference by referring to us and say we are in a polygamous marriage. Nna Tsholofelo Mokgope, I'm not in that setup. I'm only married ke liwane ke nna Mrs. Matloga in this marriage. Ha gona any other Mrs. Matloga, whether o lo mo itse or ha lo mo itse, lo itse o mongwe. You know, the problem, especially with people from Limpopo, is that you don't know the difference between a boyfriend and a husband. There's a very, very vast difference between those two. A husband is somebody that you got married to. A boyfriend ke motho fela nje. E ka nna re ka o sane bolo kgaogane na gona le anything that has to be discussed ha lo kgaogana gore hey, now we are sharing the assets, hey, we have to go to court and whatever. So nna I am not in a polygamous marriage. So halo batla go tsena into that setup, go ahead and do it. Scale re-involve in your things. And just so you know, polygamy is a messed up setup. Typical example that you can look at to see how messed up that setup is. It's go and look at Modise, go and look at Zwelithini. Those people will pretend while the husband is still alive that they are okay with each other. But once the husband is gone, then all hell break loose. There's no woman, even those people who have agreed to be in that setup. They have only agreed because either those women are themselves in distress and therefore they do not have a choice, or alternatively, the husband has got so much money that this person is going to benefit by getting married to that person. So therefore, there is no woman who's going to be happy that you are now coming into her marriage and getting married to her husband. Even if she can agree, in most instances she just agrees, but it doesn't mean that, you know, she's happy about you coming into their marriage. So you can go ahead and tell yourself that, you know, whatever that you are doing is justified. But if you are happy about the setup, then go ahead and do it, and don't involve us in your things. One day you are going to regret doing that, because inside that marriage with the woman or women who are not going to be happy that you are getting into that setup. And then they will poison you. It's even worse, because some of these people who are saying this, they are even they want to bring in kids who are not biological kids of these people that they want to get married to. So you think that this woman is going to be happy that you are even bringing other people into her marriage. I mean, you are bringing kids into her marriage who are going to be supported by her husband, and then she has to smile. One day, and some of these people who are saying this, they are not even strong enough to stand for anything. This marriage will destroy you. It will destroy you, and then one day you will come back and post on Facebook and expect us to say, we are sorry. Hey, we are sorry. We are sorry. Hey, you know, things will get better. There's nothing that will get better after that. What is going to happen is that you are going to be a lunatic, and you will end up being at Sterkfontein, taking antidepressants and pills, because you have decided to go and get into other people's marriages by justifying that, you know, some of us are in that setup. Now, I'm not in any polygamy. So if you are referring to me, then you are lying. Now, I'm not in polygamy. Whoever that you know is having an affair with my husband, that person ke nyatsi, ke selo sa go nyatsega. There's nothing more. Wherein I will sit down with that person and discuss anything that has to do with my family with that person. The only time that person will have any interaction without being asked by anybody. But the funeral, like some of these people ba ke ba itseng ba ileng gore ba khona go tswa fela mo motho a teng and a tsamaya a ye ko manyalong or di funeral sa batho a feta a bereke mosadi wa batho a sa itse le gore batho ba kana ke dinyatsi tsa monna gagwe ba le busy ba bereka ba tsena ba tia o ka reng ba inviteilwe ke yena monna te the poor woman a sa itse le gore go etsagalang. That's the only time that you will go there when o lenyatsi. If the wife doesn't know. But in those instances, like for instance, if I know, I will mess you up. Na go tshamekelo mo godimo ga tlhogo ya ka a gona nyatsi e ka tsamanya tla go gaka ya feta tia ema e tsena ka mo e tswa ka mo, not unless ke sa itse mare ke itse go ka senyega go senyege. So go ahead and get into that setup. Now, I am not going to say to anybody, hey, I am sorry, I'm sorry. I am not sorry. You know, people must be told the truth. This thing, people go and mess up, and then we come back and we say, well, we are sorry, you know, it's going to get better. Get better for who? When knowing very well where you are going to be in a mess. So you want to come back and tell us, we must feel sorry for you. No, I don't feel sorry for anybody. And when it happens, when you are broken, left broken because of that marriage, don't come back and expect me to say, I'm sorry. I will not be sorry. And when the time is right, I will tell you. Whether o lunatic or wing, I don't care. As long as you entered into that marriage knowing exactly what is it that you are doing. So if only happy got that setup, go and get married in that setup. Nah, I'm not in a polygamy. If my husband wants to take another wife, then he can go to court and divorce. In fact, one day when you hear and my husband are no longer together, you must just know fights for divorce. He's not going to, whoever that is saying he's divorcing, he's lying to that person. That person is not divorcing me. If we are divorced, it will be me who will have filed for that divorce, not him. So don't waste your time. They don't exist. Only busy there's going to be a divorce or whatever, or we are in a polygamy. Hey. Polygamy na. I'm the only wife at this moment. Should it happen this husband of mine says he wants to get into polygamy, while I'm not here. I don't entertain nonsense, and he can never say that to me he wants to get married to another person. Nale, we never sign up for that, because he never said to me when we got married, he never told me that he wanted to have another wife at a later stage. So therefore, it will never happen while I'm still married to him. If he wants to get into polygamy, he can go and do it with somebody else, with me being out of the picture. But that will never happen.